Charles, would you explain to us the philosophy behind the Hoskinson Center for Formal Mathematics? So there's only one academic institution named after me. It's the Carnegie Mellon University Formal Center for Mathematics. And there, that institution is an intersection of the computer science, mathematics, and philosophy department. So it's kind of a joint grouping led by Jeremy Avogad. It's near and dear to my heart. I don't communicate it with Jeremy as much as I ought to, but I love the work that he does, and I love the work that the center does. So mathematics is ironically a bit shaky at the top. And mathematicians, as rigorous and formal and relentlessly precise as they can be, the challenge is that it's kind of like writing software without being able to test software. It kind of makes sense because math actually created computer science, and computer science is a representation of a specific formal language. But at the end of the day, people recognize that these large-scale systems, to be understandable and work and decidable, they need a test framework so that you can actually understand if they're semantically correct. So imagine you write a paper, you write a big proof, and your only checking mechanism is that another person reads that and says, thumbs up, looks good. The problem with that would be like, let's write a program and let's then give the program printed out and paper to another programmer, have them read through the whole program and give you a thumbs up that that paper works, that program works. They say, yeah, but I'd like to run the program. You can't do that. Well, what if you could take that math, write it in a different language, and actually run it on a computer? It's a simplification of what we do, but that's basically what the center is chasing, is constructive mathematics. It's formalizing math in a way where you can engage with a computer as a thinking agent to help you debug your thoughts, refine and purify your thoughts and make them more concise, and then also use it as a creativity agent to help you explore mathematics in a deeper, more meaningful ways. So from a collaborative viewpoint, from a debugging viewpoint, and from a viewpoint of truth, you get to a stronger bedrock. So it's like reinforcing the foundations of mathematics. We call it formal mathematics because we make them understandable from a computing device. Now, it's not a new concept. The QED manifesto came up with this many years ago, and the very first of these proof assistant type of machines was created in 1970, called automath. Now, the theory for this existed prior to that, but that was really the first foray into actually writing proper software for it. The issue is most mathematicians are not programmers, or at least professional programmers, and the older mathematicians, they don't like doing things this way. It's very time consuming. It's a lot of stuff gets in the way of making it easy for a professional mathematician to engage. And traditionally speaking, you don't innovate this way. You just check prior innovations. So, the types of things like the four-color theorem or, like Kepler's conjecture or whatever, this stuff is already kind of known and proven. It doesn't really require these types of approaches. So they say, well, what's the benefit to me? I've already written the paper. I've already gone through the referee process. Why would I then need to formalize to belt and suspenders double check if it's already right? And there's some truth to that. Now, if you combine that with where LLMs are going, and you combine that with the fact that you can enhance collaboration with other people and also further modularize very complex technical work, things like the Langland's agenda or other things like that, Langland's agenda, that might actually be the selling point. So we created a dedicated center, and it's sufficiently well-resourced to be there permanently. I put $20 million into it and brought a really killer team of people together. And now the programming language that they're using to check these proofs, Lean, is developing a great degree of traction in the broader mathematical community. I will continue to put more money into the center. Times are a bit lean right now, so I held off on that for a bit. But this is one of my biggest side passions. And I think that it's how we get math to the next level. We think about these unassailable problems, whether they be Riemann or Goldbach or other such things. The reason why they're unassailable is they're just too big for a single mathematician to make meaningful progress across his or her career. But if you can make them much more collaborative and the progress can be forever retained, and the knowledge about why things work a certain way is forever retained, then you actually can solve it just like many programmers working on a operating system kernel or Cardano or these types of things, these large collective action problems. So that's kind of the hope of that.